The Cross'em Wrestling Entertainment Podcast, presented by Clovercrest Media, is what you AEW fans have been looking for. Noah Cross and Tyler Bard give their take on every week's episode of Dynamite. If you are a massive AEW fan, then it is time to join us every Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Stay Cross'em.
Clovercrest Media Group presents a CMG podcast, Keys to the City.
Keys to the city, baby. When you see us, so you know.
Crossed up by Kobe, little flow to Shaq, and then Shaq goes like this, and the rest is history. Pay attention. Don't tell me what to do, Devil Woman. But speaking of those Lakers, but I hold on. But I didn't make my. I didn't make. I said Denver's gonna win. Yeah, you did. You said that.
There's no other show like that. Clovercrest is doing great things right now.
Streaming everywhere.
Welcome to Ivy League Murders. On this podcast, we focus on cases affiliated with the Ivy League, exploring the darker side of higher education. What happens when genius becomes evil? My name is Sarah Alcorn. I'm a Harvard graduate, and I've been a private investigator since 1999. Join me and longtime crime diva Laura McDonald for Ivy League Murders.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show. Another episode full of talks, rumors, everything that you could think of. This is the show, quite of entertainment that we have today. And we're going to be starting off with the WWE Draft. And then we'll transition to the Tag Team Turmoil, the 2010 bracket, in which we will have our Battle Royal to determine who or which tag team. All right, so much that's going on. I'm overwhelmed right now. Which tag team champions will advance to the Final Four? And that portion there will be hosted by Hector V. And I want to introduce to the cast right now, and I have Hector V in the house. How you doing, Heck?
I'm good, and you?
All right, man. Anticipating for this tag team turmoil that we have in the second portion of our show. But we also have Frankie C., Big Jason, Tyler Bard. Welcome, guys. Hey, the WWE Draft happened this past weekend, Friday, SmackDown, and Monday Night Raw. This was the 15th draft produced by the WWE promotions. This is where the superstars shake up, where it changes from between brands from Raw and SmackDown. Surprisingly, I didn't see much of NXT on this, but hey, more to talk on that. But this year, WWE hosted their draft at Amway Center in Orlando, Florida, due to the pandemic. Stephanie McMahon, the chief brand officer, announced on SmackDown and Raw all the draft picks. And if you want to know all of the picks that happened this past week, by all means, go ahead and tune in to hhwshow.com, and you can have all the lists of who went where on Raw or on SmackDown. But what's fascinating here is round one, Friday night, the Raw pick overall The Fiend Bray Wyatt as their number one superstar for the brand. Now, I am certainly surprised that happened, knowing that they have this WWE champion named Drew McIntyre. And Tyler, you said you had a lot of things to say. Let's start there. The Fiend and Bray Wyatt and everybody else that's on the Raw brand right now. What do you feel about this?
Sure. I think overall that
this actually did go pretty well. I was skeptical headed into the draft, but I got the red lights right now. The Fiend, I think, was overall a good choice. I think he's one of the most compelling pieces of WWE television right now. And with him and Alexa Bliss, that's going to be a very fun dynamic duo right there, as we saw with how they ended off on Monday Night Raw last night. Not going Drew McIntyre as your top dog, that was a weird choice, but I'm not upset about it. I think bringing in The Fiend made a lot of sense. I don't think anyone thought Drew McIntyre was going anywhere, or Roman. So I think it made sense to grab the guy who you thought SmackDown might steal from underneath you.
Right, and they made a presence there on Monday Night Raw with they both went in there do a Sister Abigail and Andrade and Zelina Vega. Now
That's right.
Hector, more on this. Yes, Drew McIntyre remains on Raw, and so is Randy Orton. So their storyline continues, and possibly could happen even past Hell in a Cell. But besides that, and we'll stick with Raw real quick. Is there anything fascinating about the Raw roster right now?
I think there's a lot of fascination going on. I mean, to me, it started off real good with the first night, but then I started seeing a pattern, and I don't know if anybody else seen a pattern going on as round 1 and 2 was ending. It's almost like we didn't needed to see the second round, the second set on Raw to find out who was going to go to SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's almost to me that all they did was, instead of a draft, they did a brand swap.
Right.
And for the exception of a few superstars, which I get, and that was, like your champions and, some of your bigger names. But, I like AJ Styles going to Raw. I think this is going to start stirring things up. Now that we know the Fiend is there, McIntyre, Randy Orton. I think this is going to start switching things up, and I'm kind of excited to see what this is going to go on with, especially with AJ coming back, on the Raw side of it, on the Red Brain.
All right, Jace, what's your take on this? Whether it's Raw or SmackDown, do you have likes or dislikes about this?
I liked it. I do get what Hector's saying, how it was kind of like just a flip flop. I think the main standouts I have is Jeff Hardy to Raw. You can continue that legend killer gimmick with Randy Orton. And we saw them go head-to-head in Hell in a Cell last year, so who's not to say we see it again. And then also, I'm very interested to see the dynamic of Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, because when Nikki Cross was in NXT, she had that like unhinged persona, and she was like that wild girl. She was part of a damn, I don't remember the faction. But
Sanity.
Yeah, Sanity. She's part of Sanity. So I would like to see how that plays with this Fiend, Alexa Bliss, and maybe, who knows, maybe Nikki Cross can be the third member of the Firefly Funhouse or whatever we're calling that. I think those are my two big storylines coming out of the draft that I'm interested to see how it plays out.
All right, Frank. Anything else besides what they mentioned?
Simple. Raw's been doing this in the ratings. Raw's going to come up now. Watch. You're going to see what
all right. We're definitely losing Frank on this, on the audio portion.
I know what he's saying, though, Obi, because they got a lot of really good pickups, and Raw was definitely hurting because NXT, AEW, SmackDown, Impact, everyone was going up. Raw was going down. So it is nice to see that Raw made some big changes. And I think the biggest one that they did pick up is the Hurt Business. And I think the Hurt Business is best for business, and they're going to be good for that Raw faction or Raw tag team division.
Right, and you know what? After Hell in a Cell, we have the Survivor Series close to the holidays, so potentially we might see the Hurt Business versus the Retribution.
100%.
I can't wait to see that right quick. But what my interest is, and I wrote an article on the HHWshow.com, Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins, supposedly they don't get along for some odd reason. And this ain't the first time that we've seen with Matt Riddle. But I don't think there's any beef between them two. It's just the fact that Matt Riddle's wife probably doesn't know how to control herself and leave her comments away from WWE. And, we talk about who has pull, who is the real leader in WWE, besides Vince McMahon calling all the shots. And I'm a firm believer that Seth Rollins calls all the shots in WWE, because simply the fact that he goes to SmackDown and all of a sudden Matt Riddle goes to Raw. So there might be some friction there. And Seth Rollins was stating that he doesn't want to match up with Matt Riddle at all in his career. Now, if the fans want to see it, I'm sure that some way, somehow, Vince McMahon is going to make that happen. But in this situation right now, I know Riddle is still new to the business, still new to the main roster. But when you got a caliber guy like Matt Riddle, who went against AJ Styles on the first match, almost became Intercontinental Champion, with AJ Styles pulling out saying, no, it's a non-title match. That speaks more than volume. And at the same time, Matt Riddle's dealing with the lawsuit that's still ongoing, with not only with him, with Evolve and WWE. So we'll see what happens there.
And see, Ovi, we could have the same argument with AJ Styles and Paul Heyman. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of feel like the brand swap kind of covers up both those kind of storylines, to try to not single any superstar out. That's how I'm kind of seeing it in a way. Let's get a lot of a brand switch so we don't see the friction between the Rollins and the Riddles, the Heymans and the AJ Styles, what's going behind the scenes. I don't know. It could be a lot of different angles with this.
Right.
Well, so Rollins and Riddle would be great. Think back to like Shawn Michaels versus Bret the Hitman Hart. Like they had real life heat, and that's what made it so great. So I would love 100%. To see that play out on TV.
I was just going to say Matt Riddle is like a young Shawn Michaels.
Well, we'll see what happens there. Like I said, hey, you can catch the whole entire draft on hhwshow.com. You can see it right here in front of you for all the viewers. Each round by round what happened in each night. So by all means, take a look. What's your feedback on it? What potentially can you see happen here? What will be your favorite match moving on forward for the next upcoming year? And I think it's the same that every year in October we're going to see more of the WWE draft. But hey, let's move forward here. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Tag Team Turmoil Tournament. And yes, Hector, lead the way, baby. Let's make this happen.
Listen, guys, we are down to the last bracket. We're in the 2010s, aka the PG era. And for those who don't know, real quick, okay, the fans kind of dubbed this era as the PG era, with the WWE trying to going away from the edgier content, back in the summer of 2008, because of the whole ruthless aggression and the Attitude Era. It was really raw back then. And so now we're going into a little more softer era here with the PG era, but still a lot of great tag teams, tag team champions, still a lot of great superstars. But gentlemen, this tag team turmoil, we are now dealing with this bracket as a tag team battle royale.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, how we determine this battle royal tornado match. I know Frank doesn't like the title, but it is what it is. Hey, so bottom line is we had members on the show, including Noah, who is not with us currently right now, but he's part of Crossum Wrestling Entertainment along with Tyler Bard. And we all voted 1 through 16. So with all the votes going through, we'd established everything to the process of elimination to where we know now who is the champion. At least for me, I know who's the champion. All right. But the members of the HHW show crew do not. So they'll be making all the remarks, talk all their noise, whatever the case may be, and to back it up, who's supposed to be the champion. But I'm going to ask y'all right now, okay, who are your final two right now, Hector? Who did you pick for your final two?
In this bracket alone, after looking at it and analyzing all 16 teams, in the Battle Royal. My last two were the Shield and the New Day.
Okay.
Ooh.
Let's go around.
I'm right with you there, Hector. I had those two as well.
All right, Frank.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still losing Frank here, I guess.
We'll have to have him in the chat from time to time because his camera's dying out. I had the New Day as well, but I had the Usos and the New Day. So,
all right,
we'll see.
Frank, you're with us.
See.
I hope so. I had the Usos and the New Day as my final two.
All right, so hey, check it out, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to start the show right now. Stay tuned, because here we go. I love this part.
The following contest is a 2010 Bracket Battle Royal Tornado match. The winner of this match will go on to the Final Four of the Tag Team Turmoil Tournament. Elimination will happen every minute and will go on until there is a winner. It is now time to introduce the 16 tag team participants. The New Nexus. Big Show and The Miz. Team Hell No. The B Team. Air Boom. The Street Profits. The Viking Raiders. The Hart Dynasty. Prime Time Players. The Revival. The OC. The Shield. Goldust and Stardust. The Usos. The New Day. The Bar.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how it's going to go down. Every minute, there will be a tag team that's going to be eliminated, and we're going to set the timer. It's an old school clock, but it is what it is. But we're starting right now as we speak. Hopefully I did this right. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're doing live. I apologize, but the clock is going. And right now, guys, hey, before the hand strikes back to 12, we got 45 seconds. Who is the first one to get eliminated?
The B Team.
The B Team, baby.
B Team, go, get the hell out of here.
The B Team.
Come on. Out of this. I swear to God, if Air Boom makes it further than the B Team, I'm going to be real annoyed.
Whoa,
Why not? Why?
No way. No way.
Yes, Air Boom was a lot better than the B Team. What the hell does the B Team ever do? Nothing.
How dare you, sir?
Their shirts are drawn on, bro. They couldn't. They were so bad. They couldn't even get like an actual shirt. They had to draw a B on a plain white T-shirt.
For real.
And guess what? I'd buy it.
Nah.
Okay.
I'm all for it. But yeah, they're probably going to be first. And yeah, okay.
All right, and there you go. The B Team is the first tag team to be eliminated.
I can't say I'm too surprised by that. That is not a huge surprise. But I actually like these two guys, Bo Dallas, and I like to still call him Mike McGillicuddy because of his other tag team where he was in the Nexus, who I think could be close to the bottom here. Whatever you guys think.
I don't know, man. I mean, the other with David Otundo, they did pretty good job, man, as a tag team. Did I say it wrong? Otunga. My bad.
Right here, I got the Hart Dynasty getting booted out here.
Okay.
I just went pure madness. I don't think they can. Pure madness of a battle royal. I don't think they can hang with these guys.
Yeah, no, they're definitely they're up there. Maybe the primetime players.
Well, I had Air Boom
I got
going
primetime players.
I had
Air
Air
Boom or the
going next.
primetime players. Yeah, it's got to be one of those two.
I mean, Evans is going to get hit with something and go flying out the ring, hit both feet.
Or he'll just try and do a backflip off the top rope, slip.
And here's the next elimination.
Oh.
Millions of dollars.
Air Boom.
There we go. Wait, you mean Kofi
This
Kingston
is where I
didn't
had
make a save?
Now this is going to get interesting right here.
So what's interesting here is that Frank gave me a storyline, and he said that Kofi Kingston turned his back on Evan Bourne, and now he was supporting the New Day.
Oh,
I like that. I like that.
Okay. Nice.
Brutal, Frank.
I mean,
Brutal.
just pick that.
So
Listen, and that's fine. He can turn his back on Evan Bourne because he's Matt Sydal now, and he's better than he's ever been. So
are you sure? Because that footage that I saw in AEW, he did a flip and landed not on the guys. So I don't know.
Those guys were greasy. He was the last one in the match. Those ropes were gross.
They were greasy, huh? That don't even sound right, man.
I think the Hart Dynasty's going here, or maybe the Viking Raiders.
I think I said the Revival.
Primetime player.
Dude, if the revival goes next, I retire from this show.
You know what? Hey, you know what? Just for that,
Revival, not
I agree with Hector. I agree with Hector. The Revival.
I swear to God.
Oh, David Otunga. Yep, there we go.
The Nexus is gone. Now, I was conflicted with this
because
I loved the Nexus. The new Nexus I didn't love.
No. Well, that was my next elimination anyway. So, right after the Revival, I think they were going to get chunked out.
Listen, I love the Revival.
Right?
Would you love the Revival? Flips, baby.
Yeah, but in this battle royal, they're kind of small compared to some of these big guys. You know what I'm saying? They're a little cocky sometimes. So
Careful,
I think they just want to get them.
Going to come hit you in the mouth and throw your microphone.
That's okay. As long as the Revival gets chunked out of there, I'm all right with that.
No, not a chance. No, you can't do it. I'm tossing Show Miz right now.
What?
Get out of here, Show Miz.
Ooh, come on, you can't get Big Show out. The Miz is
not yet. You can't get the Big Show out yet. No,
you ain't taking Miz out that far.
They all teamed up on Big Show.
No way.
Primetime players.
I don't know. I think Revival because this Revival shouldn't even be there right now.
This is where I have.
Come on, Titus and you can't even run the ring.
All right, here we go. The next elimination is primetime players.
Of course, it's the primetime players. How could we have forgotten that?
I love the primetime players.
Well,
Jake Patterson.
Well, see, the reason I didn't think the prime times were going to get eliminated that fast because Titus O'Neil would have had a hard time getting in the ring because he likes to trip on his own feet. So he would have been under the ring still. See, Darren Young would have had to fight on his own for a little while. So,
but that's only in a Royal Rumble when you're running in. So the
Royal Rumble, Battle Royal, Texas Tornado. Who knows? Who cares?
Right here, though,
I think the Hart Dynasty got to go next. I don't know why Hart Dynasty's hanging around.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah,
because they weren't around all that long. So in the 2010s, I mean, so I don't think they deserve to win this bracket. Although they're great wrestlers, the two of them, with Natty at their side. They don't hang with the rest of these guys.
No.
The best thing about them was Natty being their manager. So
as you notice the picture, Titus O'Neil's head is off because it's still underneath the ring. All right, time's up. We got to the next one. Who can this be?
It's got to be the Hart Dynasty.
Gotta be.
Oh, so Miz.
They must have flipped They must have flipped the Miz out of that.
They had to.
Oh man,
there's no way he's throwing the Big Show out.
I can already hear it.
I would think he would have been battling.
And the WMD.
I don't know.
WMD knocked the Miz out of that ring.
Sure, Miz got eliminated.
Like so far up. How is this even possible?
How is the Hart Dynasty still around? Hanging around?
That's got to be Noah, right?
Yeah.
What do you have to have him at like 4 or something? Y'all are getting wild, bro.
All right, next is
next is Goldust and Stardust.
I was gonna say the Dust Brothers. I mean, they just really dusty, really. I mean, and then Stardust is really crazy.
Dynasty or Goldust and Stardust. Those have to be.
Really? You think they're gonna go further than the OC?
Definitely, yeah.
You know what? I had the OC I had Goldust going farther than the OC, but y'all messed up my whole thing anyway. So the Hart Dynasty's still in it, Revival's still in it.
My whole thing's
You know, so I would
Listen,
say
I messed y'all up because the rival.
All right,
was
and
one
the
of my
next
favorites.
elimination, the 6th elimination of this tournament right now, it is the Hart Dynasty.
Let's go.
It's about
Get
time.
out of
It's about
here.
Next,
You don't belong.
Gold Dust and Stardust.
you see,
Yeah.
so now we're narrowing
Next
it down
has to be-
here. I mean, there's a couple of weak teams still in here, so I don't see how Stardust is still hanging around here. I can see Goldust, but
I think next
right,
is
you're
going to be, if it's not them, then it's got to be the Viking Raiders.
nah.
I think
No,
okay.
Viking.
No.
No, these boys can hold their own.
The Viking Raiders are gonna
I could-
throw MFers out left and
I
right.
can see them taking right now, beating up on Kane, trying to get Kane out of there.
I don't know,
The
man.
Viking Raiders are
Right.
putting some big boys.
Daniel
They are,
Bryan's a great competitor when it comes to battle royals and Royal Rumbles.
Unless
I can't see Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, but
getting caught.
look. You know what? Listen. If the show and the Miz already went out, if the show
right.
and Miz already went out, then you know what? It's
Kane's the
who
new
knows?
target.
No, might be next. Exactly.
All
So,
right,
you know
and
what?
here comes the next elimination coming up. Are you guys ready?
I'm so ready.
Here we go.
big
The
up.
Street Profits.
No!
What?
They had to be
What?
getting. They had to be hot dogging. They had to have been hot dogging.
Did it?
Man, they wanted to smoke so bad they had to leave the ring, man.
They were hot dogging and they were showboating after they threw someone over the top rope, and it cost them. And Kane came over and chokeslammed him out the
No,
ring.
what I think happened is that Angelo Dawkins got a Superman punch and went flying out the ring. He got hit by the big dog and got flown.
You know what?
Oh,
The Viking
man.
Raiders
They
might be
figured
next.
out what happened.
Viking Raiders are
Viking
next,
Raiders.
and then Stardust and Goldust. That's got to be. That's my pick here. I think Viking Raiders go down next.
Ooh,
I
wow.
still say the Revival should be gone already.
Oh no, hold on.
How dare you?
Goldust and Stardust have to be next.
Stardust, yeah.
I mean, who can they
Yeah.
really compete with Battle Royal with? Who can them two really compete with?
Hey,
Listen,
fist,
They-
no flips, bro.
that's it. That's it. They can compete with just about anyone on that roster.
All right, and the next elimination goes like this.
And it goes like this.
The OCs.
Yeah!
Well, they should have been gone a long time ago.
Let's go. Let's go. Get these boys out of here.
I feel like outside the WWE, they were better than
Oh,
inside
for
the
sure.
WWE.
For
You know
sure.
what? I'm gonna tell you right now. You're absolutely right. I think outside and when they were in Japan, they're one of the best tag teams. I think
Yeah,
coming to
unstoppable.
WWE, they started strong, and I don't know what happened that their gimmick went to try to be funny, and it didn't suit them, and it kind of ruined their image. So I couldn't take them seriously, and I'm still not convinced that they should be the world best tag team like they did in Saudi Arabia.
Well, they are both like funny people. I've listened to like the Stone Cold podcast with them. They make jokes and that stuff. So I kind of see that, but like once you go that way, it's hard to take you serious. Okay.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a team that's so shocked that they got eliminated. Stardust and Goldust are going to be following right behind these guys.
Oh yeah. Right
I don't know.
about
Bracket breaker.
now.
All right, the
Honestly-
next elimination's coming up right now. Are y'all ready?
Always ready.
You better call somebody. I'm just kidding. Oh, the Viking Raiders.
They must have
I
got
told
chokeslammed
you.
by Kane, I guess.
Yeah, that's dang man. Really? They would have.
Why is the Revival still hanging around? I mean, come
Because I have them in
There's-
this match.
on. Oh, wait.
They're
I mean,
my
you
guys.
you got some big boys in here who could just be mutilating these two right now and throwing them out the Battle Royal.
Yeah,
The
and he's one
Revival
of them.
hate right now is blasphemous, and I can't handle
You
it.
can't tell me that Seth Rollins didn't curb stomp somebody by now.
I mean, I'm sure he did, but a curb stomp's going to put that man on the mat and not
Well,
over the top rope.
The next tag team did get curb stomped, and that team is no other than
All right.
There they go.
The Rhodes
go.
Dynasty, Goldust and
I'm
Stardust.
not shocked that these guys lasted so long.
No.
Because they're both legendary guys who know the business very well,
You're
and
right.
they could slink their ways around the ring.
All I know is if the Revival survives this next round, I'm just going to
Revival has to be next. Revival has to.
You can't tell me with what's left.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to
Revival
disagree.
is not the strongest one left in this.
No.
There are
Daniel
6.
Bryan is a technician. You got the Usos who are high flyers. The bar
Team
is
Hell
just
No's
straight
out
brute.
next. Team Hell No is going to have a
Cesaro's probably
meltdown.
Superman swinging somebody right now.
Listen, next it's either Team Hell No or the Revival.
You're right.
Team Hell No is having a
would
meltdown in the middle of the ring.
Start arguing
Okay.
and stuff. So
Yeah, Team Hell No is saying, no, you throw him off. No, you throw him off. No, I
Exactly. They're
throw him off.
next.
dude,
They
I
were so
wrote this
excited.
out as Kane choke slamming.
It'll be Kane that gets
Daniel
thrown
Bryan
out.
out
Yeah,
the ring.
you know,
So.
exactly.
It'll be Kane
They're
who
going
gets
to
thrown
eliminate
out.
themselves. The bar is going to come out and knock these two out of the ring right now. Team Hell No, goodbye. See you next time. The Revival is sticking.
All right, here we go.
We're Revival
With
right
6 tag teams left in this tournament, the next one to get eliminated is
now. There we
the
go.
Revival.
Here we
Scott
go.
Dawson
Lasted longer
and
than
Dash
nobody was
Wilder.
They lasted
Man,
too
you
long.
can't knock out the top guys like that.
Nah, they
Yeah,
lasted
Cat-
too long, longer than they were
unfortunate.
supposed to.
All right, I think this has got to be pretty straightforward from here on.
Well, this is gonna be
Team
tough,
Hell
though.
Or the bar, yeah.
Team Hell No or the bar is out now.
I think the Usos
Team
are
Hell
next.
No. Nah, you're crazy.
No way. No way. That was,
You so
the
crazy.
Usos might win this.
I wouldn't be surprised if it loses, but no. Yeah, Team Hell No.
That'll be too
They
hard
would
for the
just
Usos
get,
to
they
win
would
this.
just get at each other's throats. And I wouldn't be surprised if
Team Hell No next. Then the bar.
And then we'll see what happens
Then
because it's going to be magic past that point. That is going to be anyone's match.
I'm sure
past that
Big E already got Superman punched by now, so he's probably laying around somewhere.
Yeah, he's playing
or is
the
it
Roman
Xavier
Reigns trick
Woods?
of sleeping through half of the match and then coming back out to win it.
Unless
No,
they're
this is it
switching
for
out with
Team Hell
Xavier
No.
Woods.
Team Hell No is on their way out. Come on, Ovi. Show me what. Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm right, Ovi.
Are you ready?
It's a long minute.
Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Ready?
It is Team
There
Hell
you
No.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much-
I gotta
too
say
much
one thing.
dysfunction.
Yes.
Well,
no,
we're now down to the final 4. As you can see here, we have the Bar, the Shield, the New Day, and the Usos. And
What's
before
the power in that ring?
we go and announce who gets eliminated here, let's take a short break. And I got to give props to the Crossroom. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, Tyler. Crossroom Wrestling. Crossroom. There we go. Wow, I don't even understand why I'm messing that up. But hey, check it out, ladies and gentlemen.
The Crossum Wrestling Entertainment Podcast, presented by Clovercrest Media, is what you AEW fans have been looking for. Noah Cross and Tyler Bard give their take on every week's episode of Dynamite. If you are a massive AEW fan, then it is time to join us every Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Stay Crossum.
All right, ladies
Hell
and
yeah,
gentlemen, we're
brother.
down to the final 4 right now in the Tag Team Turmoil tournament. The winner of these final 4 will advance to the actual final 4 of the entire tournament to join Strikeforce. Okay? To join, I don't know what was that noise for. The New Age Outlaws and the Hardy Boys. So let's get right to it real quick. Out of these 4, all right, who is going to be the next tag team to be eliminated?
The bar.
Either the bar or the Shield. The bar or the Shield is on their way out.
Dude, the Shield aren't even
No.
in the ring yet. They're gonna wait till there's one team standing, and then they're gonna come out of the crowd, bro.
Jay Uso gets a bro kick and he goes flying.
The
Not
bar.
Yeah.
The
The bar. Not a chance.
No, they
The bar
both
is done for.
kick Sheamus
No,
out of the ring.
Cesaro's too busy doing a Superman thing on Big E or Xavier Woods.
No,
I'm telling you, this is not going to happen.
Spinning around thing.
Goodbye, bar.
What you know who's coming up is the Lucha House Party come in and ruin everybody's life. That's what's gonna happen.
They're just going to get involved because they think they deserve one more match and they don't.
No.
Bye, bar.
But yeah, the bar.
I said the
Yeah, I'm
Usos.
sorry. You just didn't meet the bar this time, Sheamus and Cesaro. You guys are under the bar, and you are going to be under right now.
All right, that's the pick from the Crossum Wrestling Entertainment.
Nah.
And the tag team to be eliminated out of this Final Four is
The bar.
The Bar.
Simulator.
Yep.
This right here,
The
these are
Shield.
3 of the best WWE
Usos.
tag teams of all time.
Usos are out.
No,
These-
the Shield.
I think the Shield is done for
The
right here.
Shield, you have
No.
2 of the top guys
No.
in WWE and the top guy in AEW
Shield.
right now.
See, the
How is
Shield
the
don't
Shield-
have any kind of controversy with these two. So with the New Day and the Usos, they're gonna go at it while the Shield's watching them go at it. And I think that's
Remember,
The
where
New
the
Day-
remember
Usos
this.
go.
The Shield and the New Day are buddies. They're friends. They're going after the Shield. I'm sorry, the New Day and the Usos.
Yeah, I
not-
think the Shield's done here. I think
Shield
Dean
is done.
Ambrose gets tossed over the top by Big E right here.
Well, I want to make a correction first. The Cruisom Wrestling Entertainment picked the New Day to win it all. Let's see if you are correct as we narrow down to see who is the champion of the 2010 bracket. And right now we're down to 3 tag teams, and now we're going to eliminate 1 more. And who can it be?
Let's
Oh,
go.
Usos are eliminated.
My Final Four is on point right now. New
Yeah,
Day,
my Final
Madness.
Four was 2. My Final Four was 2, and it's just I had the Usos and the Bars backwards.
So this is a predicament because I was a huge Shield fan all through high school, but the New Day to me is one of the greatest tag team factions of all time. There are
They
few tag teams that
define
can
this
stand
era.
up.
They define
Yeah.
the PG era.
They were hated. Actually debuted. Everyone hated Xavier Woods.
That is true.
Let's not
Something
forget who won
incredible.
the 6-man tag match when these two fought.
Okay, and let's not forget that the Shield were hated on too until later down the road they were the favorites when they started having their battles with the Wyatt family.
and the authority. But I just don't think there's any way we put, especially this picture you have up, they look like they're the heel Shield. And if the heel Shield is going up against the New Day is going to take it to them.
And how many times has the Shield turned on each other? They
Right.
fought each other all the time.
That's-
The New Day is rock solid.
Oh, that's the finish.
It's
Seth
the New
Rollins
Day.
is taking a chair to the back of Roman and Ambrose and eliminating himself. The New Day wins this match.
You know, before I make that announcement, I think would have been the best Final Four would have been the Demolition, the Road Warriors, the Shield, okay, and the Brothers of Destruction. That would have been one hell of a 4-way right there. But because of this turmoil that Hector created, anyways, I can't say the rest.
Bleep, bleep, bleep.
Here is the winner of the 2010 bracket of the tag team Turmoil to advance to the Final Four, and they are no other than the New Day.
Day Rock. New Day rocks. The power of positivity is just too strong.
Hell yeah.
And now here's are the Final Four. Hector, you said you had a special announcement. By all means, man, take it away.
Well, let's just start off by saying congratulations to the 4 winners here of each of their errors in their brackets. But gentlemen, we talked about in the start of this that this is a tag team turmoil, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so, with that being said, my special announcement is that these final 4 tag teams, all former tag team champions, are going to participate in a WWE Tag Team Turmoil match. And just for the viewers out there that may not know what I'm talking about, the Tag Team Turmoil is just another version of the elimination tag team match, just like a gauntlet match. What we're going to do is start off with 2 tag teams in the ring. And then after those 2, a third one will come in and take on that winner. The winner of that match will take on the winner of the last participant to come in, and then those two will take on each other for the Tag Team Turmoil Championship. And the way we're going to determine that, the order of entrance, I got my little tag teams in my bucket right here. I'm going to draw the names in the order in which they are going to come into the ring. The first two that's going to be going at it into the Tag Team Turmoil is going to be, and as you see, I'm not looking.
On the fly.
The first one into the ring will be the New Day.
Oh!
Right. They will start off as they face none other than, who is it? The Hardy Boys.
Oh, boy.
So, gentlemen, keep that in mind as the New Day takes on the Hardy Boys. The winner of that match will have to take on the New Age Outlaws.
What? You're rigging that. You got Strikeforce coming in your lap? What
And
the hell?
here we go. The winner of that match will take on Strikeforce for the Tag Team Turmoil Championship.
Tito, how much did you pay Hector? Tito, how much money did you?
No, okay, watch this. Here's my analysis on this. I think the New Day and the Hardy Boys will be an epic match, man. I think that you're gonna see some fly high athleticism. I mean, you could bring out the ladder match. You could bring out anything you want. I think these guys can handle it. But then you bring in the New Age Outlaws, a little bit more old-fashioned in between here and say, right? But what's so funny about this is that Strikeforce is last. These are like the old dirty bastards, you know, like, yo, I'm going to save all my energy to the end while everybody else is run out of gas, you know what I mean? And then they'll take advantage of it. I can see that happening.
I'm telling you this
setup
right
is
now.
pretty awesome.
The New Day is going to pull off the Iron Man victory here. If there's one thing we know Kofi Kingston can do, it's win a gauntlet against the odds. Kofi Kingston will be the lone survivor to make that final pin. I am so excited to see this.
Oh man, I mean, the Hardy. You can argue with the Hardy Boys for everything they've been through in the triple threat matches and everything else, and especially that longevity. I mean, these guys could last for like an hour and a half nonstop wrestling.
I mean, Matt Hardy almost died 2 months ago, and he's still wrestling. So you know, it's pretty insane. They are insane how good they are.
Oh, that's not all.
That's not all.
Oh,
that's not all.
So the Freebird rule is in effect.
The what rule's in effect?
The Freebird rule.
The Freebird rule's in effect. Okay.
Okay.
And
so,
what does that mean?
So you're just gonna pick any New Day?
In other words, let's say the first two members you have will be Kofi and Woods. They win. You know what? Have Woods sit and Big E could fight.
Oh, okay.
I understand now. That's kind of a disadvantage. That's the only time the New Day could do that. I don't know. We'll leave that up to Vince is denying that request, man. I think he's.
Damn it!
I think bottom line he said
this one out.
Bottom line he said you're fired. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Final Four, which is going to be happening within 2 weeks. Well, I don't know. You guys think we could make this happen next week? I think so. I think we definitely can make this happen.
I think we can.
Yeah. I think it'll be part of our predictions. So you think, Hector?
I think so,
Have
because
a precursor.
We're going to make this as simple as possible. As I just drew the names of who's going first, second, third, and fourth, I also have another announcement. We're going to draw names to see who's going to do theirs first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. How you like those apples, gentlemen?
What do you mean?
I'm
confused.
When I pick your name out of the hat, you're going to give us your pick first. All the way. Brown.
So we're doing it pick style. Okay, I got you.
Round robin. Oh, okay. I see what we're doing.
All right.
It's tag team turmoil, gentlemen. It's just chaos. It's confusion. It's everything.
Everything indeed. All
I
right.
will
Hey,
tell
so
you this, Strike Force is going to lose. They're going down.
yeah, we'll see about that. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys. Hey, one hell of a show that we got here, the Tag Team Turmoil, finalizing already the Final Four. So one more time, we'll tell you the Strike Force, the Hardy Boys. We have the New Age Outlaw and the New Day. And by all means, hey, tune in next week to find out who is the number one tag team. Also, we're going to be covering the prediction show. Hell in a Cell is happening 1 week. And it's just getting kind of hectic here. I think the number one match right now that we all could say is Sasha Banks versus Bayley. All other matches almost have a repeat, but hey, it is going to get wild and crazy. So tune in next week, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Same channel, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or you can catch us also on the audio podcast, which is Spotify, Apple, Google, and wherever else you listen to your favorite podcasts. On behalf of everybody in the HHW crew, we got Hector, Frank, Big Jason, Tyler, CMG Podcast. I'm Ovi Muniz. Thank you for watching the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show.
Visit the HHWShow.com sportscast where you can find all the news, rumors, updates, and predictions from the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show, all 4 downs, join about the G-Men, and keys to the city. If you ever want to do a podcast, this is the place to do it. Starting at $15 a month, you can get unlimited hosting and $50 a month for the full package. Visit CloverCrestMedia.com for more information.
A big thank you to the StreamYard for their fine streaming service. On behalf of HHW crew, I am Ovi Muniz. Thank you for listening to the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show.